is what is.
Hee-haw.
Number 11.
Okay, this girl is not Spanish. I just want to put that in advance. I did not know. She's not Hispanic. She's not Spanish. We got her from Arima. That's all I want to say. Good stuff.
She came from Arima.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, good. Just
All right.
making that disclaimer.
Welcome to the Hee-Haw Podcast, episode number 11. How are you doing, Tool Man?
A little heartbroken, to be honest with you.
All right. You're getting to that.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
You're talking in code or what? Where you heartbroken from?
Not
Oh.
yet. Don't explain yourself yet.
Nah,
Right?
I still having social anxiety. PTSD. Flashes.
He talking about me, though.
All right, all right.
not like that. Oh, money.
Pacquiao in
Yeah.
boxing. All right. Is your boy Baz, Tool Man here?
Charlotte. Hi,
Welcome,
guys.
Charlotte.
Yes.
All right. So, Charlotte, we want you to just, give us a little information about yourself, your sexual orientation, age, social media handles, if there are any.
Okay.
All right. You shoot.
Okay, so well, my name is Charlotte. I'm an influencer / content creator. So I create content more surrounded like fashion, makeup, lifestyle. I also do some travel content. So that's what I do. I am 21 years old and I am in a very serious committed relationship. I have a fiance. So, and I'm also heterosexual. So I like man, my
Yeah.
man.
Or
Yeah.
they say it in the streets, strictly dickly.
Strictly different.
Yes.
All right, good. No problem.
So yeah,
Welcome, Charlotte.
thank you.
All right, so,
So the DMs now open, is what you're
The
saying.
DMs are closed. Cobweb.
Fellas,
Leave the
DMs
girl alone.
like, please, oh God,
Do not
do the most.
Don't be messaging me. And I'm talking to specific men. Do not message me, ask me who the girl is.
You know who we talking about, huh? You know yourself.
You
big
know
dog.
yourself.
Don't do it now, please.
But if y'all want to see fashion content, follow me. Charlotte_Wingham is my Instagram and
Excellent.
TikTok. So yeah.
Excellent. All right, Charlotte. So we're gonna get straight into the show today.
All right.
The first thing we want to do is just a rapid fire segment I always do for everybody.
Okay.
All right.
Every week
yeah,
week
yeah.
pass.
Go correct.
Sorry,
You'll be
I
all
apologize. I still
So
vex.
should I be nervous?
Yes. Very much so.
Breathe.
Very much so.
All right, good. So this rapid fire segment is basically 10 questions,
Okay.
either or. You no time to think. We wanted to just shoot off the hip.
Okay.
Don't worry about trying to be too politically correct.
All right.
Everything
Just
is
be
everything.
real.
Just be real. All right. Honesty, of course, and you can't skip any
I
questions.
cannot skip.
Nah, you can't pass.
I
You
could
can't.
come back.
It's like 10
If
questions.
possible.
It's literally 10 questions, ma'am. It's literally 10 questions.
10. Bam, 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 bam.
It-
All right.
It's not
Very good.
it's
Very
not
good. Very
sexy.
Rapid
Maths.
fire.
I am a perfectionist, so I know I had to make sure.
Oh, wait, no. I didn't ask the last question. I want you to rate yourself out of 10.
On a good day with makeup and fully
No, without makeup.
without makeup, I would say a 7.
When you're on the Erica Badu shit. Yeah.
I would say plain natural me 7. If I really dressing up and over a 9.
All right.
You see, first time we didn't get a 10. Everybody say 10.
First
Everybody.
woman who come on the show.
No, the second.
Then boy.
G, baby. G.
G baby, bless up yourself wherever you stand up, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're being realistic. No problem. Cool.
I'm being real. It's good to be real with yourself too.
Yes.
Understand?
You need to be
You
real.
can't fool your own self. Other people could fool you. But you can't fool yourself.
Brother.
Probably that's why she's not single. Then.
That's why she not
probably
seriously
not.
committed relationship.
Probably that's why.
Right.
The delusion.
One of the
Clearly not
few,
there.
yes. One of the few.
Clearly.
All right, so whenever you're ready, you'll let us know when to start shooting from the hip. So you take a deep breath. You go and get into it.
All right.
Splash them, brother.
Let's go.
All right. Shoot. Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Text or phone call?
Text.
Million followers or $1 million?
$1 million.
Coffee or tea?
Tea. I don't drink coffee.
Toyota or Nissan?
It don't matter. I don't really know about cars, so
Yeah,
whichever
pick
one. Toyota.
All right. Fine dining or home cooked meals?
It depends.
One pick one.
I know.
Like for the rest of my life, every day,
Nah,
like
just one that you
once a-
prefer.
Which one do you prefer?
I mean, home cook
All right.
food.
Okay. LeBron or Jordan?
LeBron.
Yeah, she's 21. Anyway, continue.
Bum loyal boyfriend or rich cheating husband?
Loyal, all the way.
All right.
Yeah. Loyalty.
All right. Cool. Housewife or boss bitch?
I mean, it depends on how I wake up feeling, eh?
Rapid fire. Go on.
I would say a mix of both.
All right.
I would say a mix of both, yeah.
All right, and this is the most controversial one. Quickie or all-nighter? Just
What?
shoot. Yeah, quickie or
What?
all-nighter?
Quickie or all-nighter?
Yeah.
Like in terms of what?
You be the girl.
You're
be the judge
21.
of that. You're 21.
Like in terms of
You're,
what?
You
you're,
be the judge of that.
you're 21. Come on. Come on. You're engaged.
You're a big
Quickie
woman.
or
You're doing big woman
all-nighter?
things, Charlotte.
I understand, but I don't really understand the context.
Which you prefer, quickie or all-nighter? Sometimes, you might
Quickie
have a
or all-nighter.
preference.
Like just a quickie you here and then bust out, or like we
All-nighter.
spending the night.
Yeah. All night long.
I think I prefer to spend the night.
All right,
Yeah.
good. Welcome. All right, nice. So, you've officially completed the rapid fire segment.
Yeah, it
right?
wasn't that bad.
Okay, so this rapid fire segment was just to basically gauge the psychological state of our female audience.
Okay.
All right. These questions were kind of taken from across a spectrum of certain surveys, so that when we actually come and ask the females these questions, that they actually have, we can kind of gauge where you're coming from in this
Okay.
conversation.
Like you understand my perspective.
Yes.
Oh, your personality in advance. We paid a psychologist to come up with these
This-
questions.
these are psychologists approved
I
questions.
feel like all you get that from Google, eh?
I don't,
And
wouldn't
all
say
you're
so.
training me up and the audience.
no.
Nah.
Okay.
We
I
have
feel like
a
a
strong.
Pinterest list, you know, and you're just going questions.
Yeah,
quick,
we
easy
do. I don't
interview
even. We don't even have
questions.
Pinterest. So
We-
like,
Okay.
I don't know what Pinterest is. But
All right. No, it's just like a how's it put, boy? It's like an Instagram, but for like content, like mostly photos. You don't really see people talking.
Oh, for girls.
That's for
I mean,
girls.
guys could use it also. Yes, get like a lot of good ideas and stuff from it.
Interesting.
You should download it and see.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
As in-
I'm sorry.
as in-
I'm sorry. That's not gonna happen.
All right, cool.
I
No, but
apologize.
actually,
I
this was
apologize.
we put a lot of work into our rapid fire segment.
And it
Alright.
was psychologically approved
Approved.
by
We
psychologists.
have a psychologist who's like, all right, ask this, that, bam, bam, boom. We
Okay.
change up the questions every week, but we kind of keep the important ones in place, right?
So what you all
So
from
when
me
you
for that?
so when you say the bomb loyal boyfriend or the rich cheating husband, right? We basically all women were gonna answer loyal
Yes.
because that's a buzzword, right? But when we actually start delving into the whole loyalty versus resources situation, what we find being monkey brain surgeons ourselves, meaning that we actually look at the evolutionary psychology of things. What we find is that women not really interested in taking care of any man financially, and they're not trying to be in a financially defunct position.
Okay, yeah, you're
Right?
right.
So the second that they start having adversity in their relationship due to finances,
Yeah.
that's when they're looking to leave the situation.
Okay, simple. You're 21 years old, right?
Yeah.
So you know, figuring out life, you engage, cool.
Yes.
Things happen, rough times. And this
Yes.
might cause a real hard weird conversation. We back, sorry for the too old. But something happens, God forbid, fiance.
Yeah.
You now have to be the main breadwinner.
Yeah.
So you know, influencer work is not like how it is in the States where to get the income it wouldn't be as it is.
Yeah.
So you now have to fully provide support this relationship because I don't know, he disabled, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You can't do that for yourself, like?
Yes,
You are.
I am.
You need a t-shirt.
Give
You
her-
are the
give-
first.
I will.
The
No, I think she no. Okay, I'll explain
No,
this. thing.
I would.
I
Come
am.
on.
I am one of the rare people that I don't believe anything girls tell me. Like at all.
Sounding like all men.
No. Like because they still fall for it. I is legit know you're lying to man. Is like whatever. This is the thing about that. He's 21, so I could take the word, but then let me see you do this for 5 years. You ever watch this movie Acrimony?
Yes.
So that's basically you're gonna end up bitter. At the
I
end.
mean, once you're
Ah.
No, hear him out.
Okay.
Like the partner I have, I
Right.
know if I am the one hustling and making the money, I know he will make my life comfortable.
He's disabled.
So he can't do anything at all.
He's disabled.
You have the responsibility
Of taking care of him, you and I
and
guess
if
what
you
I
have
can,
offspring.
So like when you say disabled, you mean like well, he can
he's
talk to me still.
he's Professor Xavier in X-Men, except he has no powers.
Except Picado so and make it.
Like talk to you, that kind of thing. And he's just like,
No, so he can't speak.
but I don't
well,
know.
I mean,
I mean, once if he like in a wheelchair,
right? And
Okay.
he's quadriplegic, no hands or movements, nothing like that. You do everything, you take care of him.
let me be fair to Charlotte.
I
Right?
find all you put him up real
Let-
bad.
let me be-
yeah.
let me be fair to
All
Charlotte,
you
right?
give me a crippled cucumber and
No.
I,
All
like,
right.
you're making it
All right.
difficult.
Let me bring it back to the question, right?
Cucumber.
The question was, Bum You know what a bomb is, right?
Yes.
Maybe you're not with a bomb. All right, so you kind of have to put it in perspective.
Oh, not bomb as an explosive, like a bomb,
No,
like
a
yes, a waste of
BUM.
time.
Yeah, like a
All right.
waste man. Right?
All right.
You be with a waste man who telling you, baby, I'm not talking to the girls.
Yeah, but here's the thing, but
Nah,
But
I'm
he
not able to do
cannot pay a tea and tech bill. He can't pay WhatsApp for the slightest. He can't even buy a cupcake when he
he
did.
can't pay for the data to run
You
them
want to
influencer.
go
After
find
that.
the resources, come back and say, baby, all right, well, you handle it because you're the man in the relationship. Are you okay with that? And that's what we mean
Come
by...
again?
Good. So what we mean by bum loyal boyfriend?
Okay, like when you say like a bum, like you mean like
He does
he's not
not work.
trying, he's not doing.
Okay, like
anything.
me personally, I work CPEP, right? So that's my main source of income, and I live next to a river in a shack. And what I do is I'm in love with you now, and you and me are just living together. And you say we ain't gonna get up and do nothing, Gail. I just wanna run my ghost gang. Come up, come back home, probably play a little PS4 that you pay for.
Smoke a weed when
Smoke
you
a
take
weed.
home. Yeah.
Put my Jordans on and just sit down on the porch and
you
contemplate
Nah.
life.
have to go and figure it out to bring the resources back home.
Meanwhile, you go in Sam's, probably doing some degree.
Mind you, he is not approaching any female on the outside.
He likes only the light skin, glasses, long hair.
Ari Magius.
Ari
They
Marquez.
braids, huh? They braids.
Yeah, I tell all it was not Spanish. I told all it was not Spanish.
That's fine.
My birthday was last week, so I found
Happy
it up a
belated.
little bit. Yeah.
Happy belated. All right, so when you understand that there's a bum you're dealing with versus a rich man.
So it's like you're broken and you have no
Ambition.
drive.
That's what a bum is. A bum.
That's a
He's
bum.
not poor. He's not
Oh,
poor. He's
good.
just a bum.
Nah.
Oh, but a rich man, when I say rich,
Resource
wealthy.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh God. Oh,
But he's
yeah.
cheat on you.
I will be single. I'd rather say single.
you can't.
There's the rapid fire
You're putting
questions.
somebody in, like, or they're putting me in a very tough position here.
Exactly.
Because, like, yes, loyalty, but it's like, I don't mind, like we say, like, you're down and you can't afford things, or you can't afford to take care of us. But, like, if we could still create memories, if we could still go out, if we
Charlotte?
could still have good
Memories.
conversation.
Charlotte, you're not creating no memories with no bum. Right now, you're going to
No.
be telling your auntie or your mother,
You're fed
you see
up.
this man, I don't know why he bunks my head and end up with, but I can't take this.
And everybody telling you, leave this man. This man is no good
I
for you.
understand what you're saying. I definitely think, like, I might not be able to make, but I still wouldn't choose the wealthy man
So
who
you will
wouldn't be holding
stay.
me.
I like that. So you're going to buy your car, you're going to drive your car, and you're like, baby, let me get $5 to go down the street and buy
And
a
a bar 14 gas now.
In the real world, I would have preferred to be single. If it's
This
that.
is the real world because girls is not a pick
well,
between that.
No, I don't find so.
Girls are a pick.
That is not the only two options. That is the thing.
Yeah, okay. No, to not pop
It's like
in-
you're
to-
choosing two
Listen to
terrible
this.
options.
Listen to this. To not pop anybody in the room, I just go and say, sure, there are more than two options.
All right.
To not pop any, but I'm telling you what there is in the dating market is typically those two options. You're really wealthy cricket player, nigga, or
So, Charlotte, welcome to the Twilight Zone.
oh yeah, actually flick now. You know the sound effect, right?
I mean,
You're 21, don't worry.
Oh my god.
The Twilight Zone. You ever heard about the Twilight Zone?
no, wait, enters our series.
Yes,
Yeah. With different situations each time.
Some
every
outlandish,
episode.
outrageous.
Yeah,
good.
I watch it. Yeah.
So we're going on a hypothetical role here, right?
Why is
Hypothetically
he
speaking. Hypothetically, right? The reason why we ask this question is because this podcast it's not a Red Pill podcast.
It's not a what?
Red Pill.
Red pill.
Red Pill being they're basically trying to gain back power over women, right? This is not what we're about. We're just trying to bridge the divide, okay? So when we ask a question like bum, loyal boyfriend, or rich cheating husband, these are the two spectrums that we deal with, the two ends of the spectrum,
Yeah.
all right? It is what it is, right? So for the most part, generally speaking, the majority of men are either resourceful or bums. All right? It's few and far between that you'll find somebody in the middle who actually making a little bit of money and he trying to kind
Loyal.
of yeah.
That's
hold it.
our balance.
That balance thing is
You see this balance thing?
It's rare.
No, but it's possible.
It is possible, but
I,
it is
I love your
rare,
optimism. I love it. I really do.
right? You either have a high achiever or you have somebody who ain't achieving shit on the outside. Right? He's just trying to make ends meet. The government doing him what the hell they want to do him. He fighting for the income tax, NIS, whatever the case is. It's a lifestyle that you mightn't be too interested
No,
in.
yes, Tony.
No, well then just stay by yourself. Like if you like, why would you put yourself
Okay.
with somebody
So
who
this
not
is why.
add stress to your life?
Ah, yeah, interesting. Okay, you said that, right?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of aunties, and that's what I want to call them.
Yes.
You have a set of aunties by chance?
Yeah.
Do any of them have men?
I mean, yeah.
You know these single auntie are talking about who always had the best advice about men?
The better one.
The better one is like, nah,
Yeah.
you gotta leave here, because
Okay, yeah.
that's the result of them just stay single. Because they don't know how to, we were made, man, woman was made to procreate, do these kind of things, and stay together long term to have more children, and they do the same thing. That's what all species on the planet do. For some reason, with the advent of technology, medicine, blah, 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 life expectancy went up. We started to be like, oh, let me focus on my career. Oh, I'll focus on me. And then you focus on you, man focus on he, and all they just started to do this. As opposed to all they just like, okay, here's the thing. For this to work, somebody has to be in charge. This has to have a goal oriented, and we doing this together, so we on somebody program. However, most of the times it's be on the girl program. And fellas, typically, I'm not sure about no, but typically, like men would come and be like, okay, let me study the girl, because even if she paralyzed, I'll take care of whatever. I'm like, no, one or two girls on the outside, but whatever. I still love my girl, whatever. Girls now, fuck this nigga, I'm just going to do what I want to do.
Because I
Generally
just
speaking.
feel like women these days, like, we don't need to depend on men as how would you say before now. So it's like, if you're stressing us out, like, bye. Like, we're not going to stay in an uncomfortable.
However, a man will stay in an uncomfortable situation.
And probably horny, yeah.
No, because
You see, that's the thing.
I'm glad she said that, because we could go to the next segment. So as soon as.
Okay. So there's a good segue into the next segment, right? But before we segue,
Yes.
I want to point out one important thing. There's a man who can because he has the options to warn you, and there's a man who can't because no one wants this nigga.
No, yeah, okay, let me put it this way. How much men, when I give one,
Okay.
is message you to be like, hey, sure, you're looking at right?
I saw men that be flying
No,
in the DMs.
honestly, I just think like because of the duration of time me and Daniel have been together,
Right.
like I think fellas get the memo.
No.
But in the
So
earliest-
no fellas is message here.
No, not a no talk.
No, I don't
swear.
want nobody.
You know why?
No to this
You know why?
person.
Because you're a strong man.
Yeah, you cannot.
No, and
you
I
cannot.
just feel like people know that we together now. So like,
All right,
thing
all right,
going
all
on.
right.
No,
It's like,
nobody is. It have real to man. And nobody.
No,
Okay.
I'm telling you.
So the DM's dry.
The DMs full of girls asking me where I get my outfits from.
Oh, okay.
I know where to do the
Oh, yeah, Tara
hair
lesbians
and
these
that kind
days. You know them.
of- No, but
porn
they
couple
don't, they don't
lesbians.
be on that vibe. It's just like, remember, I'm an influencer, so people always be asking, like, where you gotta stop, where you gotta stress, where do you hair? And I like that, you know? It's
You know
a,
what?
It's a kill vibe.
You know what? You are in a position, right? One of the rare positions on an island.
She's a unicorn apparently.
No,
She's the one of
let's
her
not
kind.
say apparently, right? Because we're giving her the benefit here.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
We're giving you the benefit.
Yeah.
You are in a position that you cannot find another female. Name another female in your position.
What do you mean, like?
That fellas don't message them.
Just
fully respect the
let me go
boyfriend.
down. Let's run on the gammon. Yeah, your fiance.
Yeah.
Your influencer.
Yes, a 9.
You could be a 9 when you're ready.
When I'm ready.
Sorry, it's a 7. Interchangeable.
Adjustable.
Seven when I wake
Adjustable
up.
7.
Seven
Nine
when
by
you
the
go.
time I leave the house.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Men not approaching you
Because they in full respect of your relationship.
of your
Yeah.
relationship.
I feel like the only time I just face any kind of like men thirsty energy is like if I literally like walking in the road or if I drive in like men real thirsty these days. You know, like a man will literally, I will be driving and a man will literally drive. He
Almost
driving
bouncy
and
car.
turning and it is be like crazy. But I would just be like in person situations.
Okay. So I guess this DM thing run its course and men realize they're not going
There's feeling. You don't get no more than beautifuls. None.
No.
Is it not? I'm not trying to make your life complicated.
No.
All right, cool.
All right, cool.
We'll leave it right there.
We leaving it there,
We'll
right?
leave it right there.
So kudos to you for being one of the rare females in Trinidad and Tobago, right?
The unicorn.
I just think that people, because you know, we're kind of like public
Of course,
figures. So I
yeah.
think people just respect the relationship.
That's good.
I believe that like just from
That's
how
beautiful.
these people
Hey.
operate with us and
That's beautiful.
Real beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Blessings to you and your
Thank
relationship
you. I
as
take it, all
long
the blessings.
as it lasts, right?
Thank
You see these weirdos out there, they will be coming.
Yeah, that is why I am a fiance. Like I was here to wear. Like when you meet somebody serious,
Yes.
and you feel like you know, like this person making sense,
Yeah.
and this person serious, like. Because even when I had just gotten engaged, people was like, Charlotte, you're so young. Like, why you would run and do that?
The better
You have your
aunties,
whole
the
life
better
to
aunties.
live and all of that.
Like,
But for me,
but live to do what?
but for me, it's like, why wait? If you have somebody with
No.
great qualities, right? Like, why am I going to wait until I'm 30?
Of course.
Like, I don't need to, like, I not only life, I wanted a man. And,
Agree.
like, I like the stability and the comfort of having, like, one person. And it could depend on them and just both all you're rocking through everything.
Okay.
Like, that is the lifestyle I like.
Traditional values. This is rare for a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
Both parents,
And I was
you know.
telling Daniel that the other day, like, I don't know where I get this. I don't know, like, I used to watch real romance shows when I was younger. Like, I don't know if that's the reason. But I just have a real, like I just like a lover girl now. Like,
Oh, boy.
fully.
All right.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Good stuff. You
gotta
got
catch
it.
them early. Good job, guy. Good job.
All right.
Catch
good.
them early.
Nice. So we get into the relationship.
Before they've been
chronicles, right?
tainted by the Matrix.
We go into the relationship chronicles, right? So what this is basically an open forum.
No, wait, we were supposed to do next one first?
Nah, relationship.
Last. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. Okay. It's a dynamic show, right? So we'll be moving on our heels and toes as
Okay.
the dance dictates. All right. So what we're asking you to do now is just give one of your best, in this case, because I don't think you have any worse, but your best relationship story. One that, you know, your fiancé probably sweep you off your feet by. The one that make you actually say, nah, boy, I good to go. Right? So
I mean, it's had plenty instances.
your
Eh?
best one, your best. Choose.
I think, I'm gonna give my 2 minutes to make sure I get the best one.
Well, in that 2 minutes, this segment is actually sponsored by Raw Dog TT.
Oh, you have a dog by chance?
No, I have 2 cats.
Oh, you're a cat
Excellent.
person?
Yes,
Oh,
I
okay.
love cats.
What do you feed your cats?
The big pack of Price Mart food. I don't know what it called, but
right.
it's not purple pack.
So do you
Damn.
know that your cat will thrive on a carnivorous diet versus a processed food diet?
I mean, assuming so.
Yeah, because there's
I
hunt.
think so. Yeah, that is like instinct.
Yes, of
Right.
course. All right. Do your cats have an pearly whites?
I mean, yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part, yeah. I don't really like examine the teeth every morning when I wake up.
Young
But I
young
think
kids, kittens, or like?
They're not more than a year.
Oh, it's like young.
Oh, it's young
So the
cats,
teeth
kittens.
never even like
Fully
fully
done,
developed
yeah.
to say like it is being my face where I could like notice.
So you have, okay, like you ever see, notice some cats, like street cats or whatever, because they eating dog shit, whatever, and like dogs or whatever, and they have the like real horrible teeth, like it discolored and stuff. You ever watch a lion and realize a lion doesn't have that? Guess what? Processed foods have stuff in the process, which is not really natural now. Like that's how most people get sick now. Same thing with people, like they eating processed foods and they're not as good as it's supposed to be. At Raw Dog TT now, what they do is they take all the trouble of you having to hunt and kill your animals to feed your animals to feed the animals. So they get in a balanced diet based on weight, type of dog, these kind of things. They could choose between chicken,
I guess the word is biologically appropriate.
biologically appropriate, chicken, pork, beef, things that like dogs or cats would eat. Because dogs, cats are more carnivorous. There's not really
Yeah, so
omnivorous.
this company is a animal centric company.
Okay.
They're literally animal lovers, and they will do the most to make sure that your pet thrives on what they eat.
So
All
you
right?
see like the big, you ever walking out and it's like a big mound of dog shit.
You ever see them things? Yeah.
Like, and it's
Yeah.
like, and the other step,
And you want to know that is that a human or that a dog?
Right,
some
because
processed
they eating, when they eat the raw food now, like when I say raw, like the meats, etc. without
But
cooked.
that's good for, well, uncooked, like that's good for animals.
Definitely.
Raw, okay, remember they will be hunting
Because
typically.
I, like, whenever I Google, like, if my cats could eat, like, raw chicken or raw beef, they'll say no.
Okay, so that is a whole conspiracy theory.
Serious?
That goes way back
And they
into
talk
the,
about, like, salmonella.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're not going to feed a 10-day-old dead chicken. You're going to feed it like chicken, like
Yeah.
if
Serious?
they, yeah.
And
So-
that won't be harmful to them.
Yeah, what's your
all dogs and cats have a percentage of E. coli and salmonella in their stomach fauna.
Okay.
All right, so that's a myth that they can't deal with salmonella. You see stray dogs surviving just fine. Stray cats doing the most eating dead birds.
And then you ever see a fish, they must just go in the fish bowl and eat it raw, straight.
Yeah, so
I
that's
mean,
a
my cat did eat a lizard.
yeah,
And
and the cat is fine as ever.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so-
So you've been lied to.
You've been lied to, and you've been lied to by looking at these forums that,
Google. Ha.
that these big corporations. Yeah, so we just give out a plug for the Raw Dog TT
So it's at Raw Dog TT.
on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check this out.
Nice. Okay, so now we're going back into this segment.
You had your 2 minutes.
Well, yeah, I just find there's so many here.
All right, listen, choose the first one. The one that was like, oh gosh, Daniel boy.
Unless
My dream
unless he
boat.
came on a flying carpet. I was like, Princess, do you trust me, Antigua? And that happened.
Yeah.
It must have won because I don't.
And he talked to a tiger.
Did that happen?
I could give you like a few. I'll make it short, but I have like a lot. I like small things that meant a lot, and well, big things also. But it's like,
Do elaborate, yeah.
all right. So it had this time. I was doing a promotion because I do promotion sometimes, like quite real claro. And that same morning, like my period, I could say like period. And
Of
things, right?
course, you.
I know,
This is an
men.
independent podcast.
We are scared.
bro. Hey, don't say the word; it'll attract bears.
So yeah, I remember like that morning, like as soon as the promotion was going to start, like I started to feel real sick, and I realized like my period come, cold, sweating, vomiting in the people grocery toilet, and I just like sick like a dog.
Right.
And I called Daniel. He had a, mind you, it was like probably 10 o'clock, and he had a job, like a hosting job for like 12 or something.
The what, you know, thing?
Well, he was hosting for like a brand.
No, he's do brand hosting. That's why. That's
Yeah.
all I mean. That's all I mean.
This is why.
That's what I mean.
Mind you, this is why she cannot relate to a bomb.
Oh,
Yeah,
because
so
she doesn't have one. That's
That's
why.
been doing things.
I
right?
don't have a bow.
Yes.
That's 'cause she doesn't have
continue.
one.
So
Continue.
yeah, sick like I literally in the people toilet, sick, sweating like everybody passing. So I called him. I said, "Babe, I feeling real sick." I explained the whole thing to him. He quite a rima. I in Rio Claro. They like 2 hours away. It's 10 o'clock. He had work for 12, and he drive from quite a rima to Rio Claro.
So that is.
To pick me up. Like I find I was like, I just sometimes I just look back on that and be like, wow. You know?
Yeah.
Like somebody not just go and do that for you randomly, you know? Like, you know, it's
that
hard to be
is love.
love.
That's love.
Even the other day,
Yeah, 1.5 club.
I get a flat when I was coming home.
Right.
And while I was in Port of Spain, I was going to drop my little brother home.
Right.
And he had a flat, like, you know, the stretch, like, the main road close to Laventille, like by Success.
Yeah, well, the
Because
pipers
I
all the
originally from
sprangers,
Laventille,
the sprangers
so
and them.
I
Oh,
was going
that I hear the twang. Yeah, I could tell.
I was going to drop my brother home.
Yeah.
So flat, however, I had work because I was doing the next promotion. I
a
had
hustler,
work
you doing your thing.
in the savannah for like 8, and it's like 7 because I was just going to drop my brother home, come back. So tire flat, my brother don't know how to change a tire. He younger than me, however. So I sit down there. Every time I in a sticky
Wait, now,
situation,
by chance, you
the
know-
first
you-
person I just call is Daniel.
You know what they change out there?
No.
Don't worry, she has that.
No, just remember. She's not really trying to be this independent woman anyway.
It's
you see,
true,
You see why
it's
the
true.
independent woman thing don't
I mean,
work?
I did ask him to show me how to do it, but
Nah,
you're not really on
don't
that,
hot up your
you're
head.
not really
Don't
on
hot up
that.
your head.
All right, cool.
Too
So,
delicate.
so your relationship, the best part of your relationship is that you can depend on your man
yeah, for
for
sure.
everything.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this is touching. This is one of the first episodes that we actually have a woman
Fine.
who speaks highly.
Oh, age difference as well.
Like how old we
Yeah,
both are.
yeah.
He is 25 and I'm 21.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it work out.
yeah,
It
it
work
makes
out better.
sense. It makes sense. Yeah, it's one of the first.
But yeah, just like plenty things you would have done. Even like I was at a point in time before I had a car, I was saving. Like I was real hustling for a car, like working like a dog, literally.
Yeah.
Because you know I real like I was just at the point in my life where it's like, you know, like I fed up travel.
Of
I
course.
felt thirsty, man. It just would have been so much easier. So I made the decision that like I'm going to work hard and save for this car.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's not him. I was just asking for directions. He wasn't this.
Family visit time.
Yeah, could you give me the time, please?
Yeah.
So, you know, one day, however, we was going to the gym. So, because we gym sometimes together, so it's like, let me get ready and go in the gym or whatever. So we going outside. I looking to hop in the car, but I seen a car park in front of the gate too now. So I say, well, no. So I walk into the van and he's like, well, we going with this car. So I'm
Right.
like, what do you mean we going with this car? And he was just like, well, girl, I know you were saving for a car, whatever, so I buy a car.
Well, look at that.
And I was just like,
Look at that. That one is over there.
and it's like, he knew.
Look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, he knew that is something I was working hard for. And
Right.
it's like every morning too, like whenever I'm feeling demotivated, I'll be like, you know, work towards your car, like go and do
Yeah.
the job so you could get your car. And it's like he motivated me and it felt like he kind of already knew he was going on get
So,
it.
in short, you raise this bar real like that. That's you see what you gotta do out there.
No.
You can't. You know. So because a man I know do that same thing. Like you raise the bar so high in order for you to
To come and
upgrade
shaft the
on
man. Yeah.
Like Drizzy might have to come from a plane and be like, here's the scene. What can I call it?
Fly out.
Greece
the
or
Grease.
something like that. Yeah. Good job, Dan.
Cool. Well done,
Damn, Daniel.
All right. Good. So this discussion was basically to help you or the listeners and viewers understand now what is a healthy relationship, because there's a lot of misconceptions.
Okay.
All right. For the sake of not making this thing too long, a lot of people find themselves in relationships of a scarcity, right? And they basically do the most in terms of depending on each other without pulling from a full cup.
Okay, that is true.
All right. So to put it in perspective, what you have here is something rare. All right. We've been interviewing, what is this, number 11?
1-1.
Yeah. That means we've probably done around 22 women already.
Yeah, that money.
Done.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
yeah,
I said it like that specifically.
We've done that.
Yeah. All right. But we interviewed about 22 women specifically. And the majority, the consensus is you are 1 out of 22.
And you're in a relationship. You're actually happy to be in a relationship.
Happy to be in a relationship.
You're not seeing a foreseeable future where you're not in said relationship.
Yes.
You're willing to mind the man.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Yes.
I
yes.
know he would do it for me. You know?
So the trust is there, the respect is there,
Yeah.
the boundaries are there. Everything that's supposed to be in a healthy relationship is there, right?
So, ladies, all you have to do is just be light skinned and grow up a lot
No,
and then move
no.
around. Man, you can get one too.
Yeah.
No, I think things will just happen in time. And I think like
You're going to get real heat for this, you know that.
Yeah.
There's like this light
Trust
skin.
me.
This light
the
skin.
hyenas,
Them a
Jalen,
hush,
come at
them a
you.
This
hush.
light skin.
Be brave and tell them what you have
no,
to tell
I
them.
just think like where you manifest is where you get now. Like it shouldn't like just because it's a 5 man in front of your face, like don't mean and all of them is shit, don't mean you should choose the least shit. Like I think like manifestation is real.
Man.
And it's like if you know you're working like on that, like you're putting out the energy, you're working on yourself. I
Yeah.
think that you will just attract it now.
So she
But
wasn't
I
dealing with
do
scarcity
know,
mindset.
I do know that men these days not easy. Like I am very aware of that.
Elaborate when you say not easy.
No, it's like you just hear so much stories about like once at a waste man. It's like men who can't be loyal, men. It's like 10 women and
I mean,
You know?
they're mining all 10.
it don't matter.
No,
It's
they're
still-
mining all. I mean, if they're mining all 10, do what you gotta do.
I don't find so, like I don't look at like I can't be with you and like your own. Like
If he's a
I would
Muslim,
get
if it's a-
sick.
if it's a Muslim.
Well, I don't want a Muslim. Like I honestly think like just to be in a relationship with somebody and they're horny, I would be real sick to find out. I'm
All
telling
right.
you.
So there's a distinct difference, right? There are the people who is horny
Horny.
because they're lying.
That's
Right.
honing. That is honing.
But then
Then
there are the
people-
ones who's actually draw the line and say, hey, I want X by Y by Z. Will you be willing to participate?
I use a 9, I have a next 9, and I 8.
Will
I'm
you
trying
be
to make a
willing
24.
participate?
Nah, you're
Right.
mad.
Good. So now this is where our monkey brain experiments have been
So you'll see us,
valuable.
typically you'll see us in very weird spaces
Yeah.
with the Yeo jersey because we're trying to sell it on the internet and etc. Where it's
So
like,
I tell you, while this might be a rare situation and while you might be in something that's valid and important to you and wholesome, the vast majority of males and females are in. I'll explain to you what the Pareto distribution of sex is. That means there's a small portion of men interacting with the larger portion of females, meaning that a lot more women are sharing men than you might know,
and the men that everybody want.
and the men that everybody wants.
So the
Right?
people
So-
with money, the
yeah.
resources, etc.
Right?
Yeah.
Because there are so many men who are below the bar that it is make the men who are higher up
Get more play.
get more play.
And then on top of that, men really don't care what the hell they do, to be honest. You could have no motive. You know the same question of the rich, loyal boyfriend or anything? A man would say, bum, broke, girl, whatever.
Don't
Yeah,
matter.
whatever. Don't matter. When she loyal, cool.
I don't find so these days I see in men standing up for themselves, eh?
Because
no
they
one
get
no
mine.
shaky one.
Because they gain mine.
Yeah, tag is taking care of boys.
That's why. They gain mine. That's why.
The whole thing shift upside down.
Everything just
It's feminism.
just different.
So
It's
we
feminism.
blame feminism, but you know what? Yeah, we keep it
No, but
out.
what I really noticed too is like I find like a lot of men these days like in the feminine energy. If like I don't want to offend anybody.
You know what we just
but
call
that's
that on
just
the
from
show?
like looking on.
We call that being bitch made.
Bitumen. There's mean like
Bitumen.
pitch. You know bitumen? The chemical is paved road with bitumen.
Yeah, they being bitch made in the world. There are a lot more bitch made men. But that comes from the fact that there were aunties, uncles, dads, moms who didn't take the time to institute masculinity in boys. And when that has been something that we ignore, men are already growing up with feminine tendencies. Right?
I'm not even
and then
like
girls
gay
growing
or
up-
nothing. I'm not
No,
even
we
that.
understand, we understand what
Like,
you
they're
mean.
just very like,
Yeah.
Bitch
no,
made.
I'm not going to do this. You have to do this. Like, I find like very feminine these days.
And
like,
then-
you just seen a lot of men like, yes, men should be spoiled too, but it's like men being bold enough to say
Yeah.
like, where my flowers and like, yes, men deserve flowers and yes,
Stop right there.
Yeah, what can we-
Which man ever asked you for flowers?
no man ever asks for flowers, but I
but
just
they
feel like
want
I
the
just see
flowers.
posts, you just see posts on Instagram.
Man?
That's why I stay off of Instagram.
So, yeah.
I just see a lot of things coming from like a man's perspective these days that says like treat me like a princess too.
That's the 20. That's the 24 and under crowd, right? Yeah, the 24 and under crowd. Honestly,
That's crazy. Money.
there have been many. The epidemic is the single mother epidemic, right?
It's a single mother, but both parents by chance? Both parents?
Yeah, but they're split.
But your father in your life.
And in their life,
Yeah.
he's been around. You know what a man is. Then gonna
Yeah,
happen.
my
problem
father.
is the problem is a lot of men grew up without any masculine influence.
That's
gonna-
true.
There might be a point of contention. Are you gonna hyphenate your last name?
I want to keep my last name, so I would take his, but I keep in mine also.
Oh, why?
Huh?
Why?
What do you mean?
What?
I like the way my name songs together.
Right, but then
What would it sound like?
Charlotte Wingham Roberts.
Wingham is your actual last name. I thought it was like a nick. Like
No, that is my actual last name.
Okay.
You see, it sound good too. You'll find Charlotte Wingham Roberts.
Charlotte Roberts is song better.
It does, but I like my name. Like I like the ring of it.
But you like the ring.
So then
Like
we
a
ask,
ring.
so we gotta ask our controversial question.
Okay.
If the man, right, Daniel, puts his foot down and say, "Hey, you have to take my last name here."
That is no problem.
Ah.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, good stuff.
Good.
I feel
Good stuff.
like that is,
Excellent answer.
that
Good
is
stuff.
something
Good
ridiculous to make a big deal.
No.
I think.
That's been
Listen,
If,
that
well,
broke,
if
that
we
broke
marry,
many
when we
relationships.
married, like we married, so it's like we like a team. Like that's something minor to me. I
Let
find.
us know. Where you find she boy?
Dog,
Where
where you find this
Where
one?
you find this one? Lava.
Lavante have any
You see,
business now.
Desha give me the fugazi though. He was expecting like a Desha type, but we ended up with some.
So you don't read Queen of Bacchanal?
It's back. I don't want back in a relationship. You want back in a relationship?
No,
I wanted to
nobody
be.
want that.
I wanted to be boring and both of we sit down and we have
Nah,
colds
I don't
and
want
stuff.
a boring relationship.
What by me, my boring? No
Yeah.
drama.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I mean boring.
No kind of Bacchanal.
Like,
Everything is just
Me,
I mean, but that don't mean to say that it's like problems will still come up in a relationship, no
As
matter how locked in you is with a person.
yeah,
Like,
that's human nature.
like
I understand, but I
so
talking
it's
about.
not like it's just a fairy tale.
No, because trust me. No, I waited for this fee report, you know, Baz.
Question, Charlotte. Do you consume alcohol in any way?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we go into the next
What
segment.
kind of alcohol is
All right, so this is our next sponsor, Kaisha Wine.
All right.
okay?
Kaisha
I
Wine.
like wine.
Okay, it's great
ahead,
wine. Kaisha wine. If it's not kosher, it's Kaisha. So for all your bread breaking, you know, there's breaking bread in church and stuff.
Yeah,
this is
First
like
Communion.
First Communion. There's actual wine. This is the unleavened wine. It's grape.
So it's First Communion wine.
No,
No,
it's
if it's not kosher, it's
it's Kaisha.
all right. Cool.
So it's kosher wine, basically. So you can drink it for that purpose, but it's
Okay.
also good for all purposes.
It's like
Okay.
they eating steak and whatnot.
You can
you
take a drink.
You can take a
It,
drink.
it, no, well, okay, right now you have the what is it called? The Ephraim bottle. So it's like named after it have different 12 different tribes. It's named after the 12 tribes of Israel. Each bottle is a different tribe. So this is
Oh, you're trying to say it's good?
Well, I mean,
I just make I just make
That was
it.
the
I just
answer.
make it.
You just make it?
I just make it. So
all
yeah.
right. So we're gonna take
So
our
you
toast.
must say yeah.
Where you get this influencer from? But yes,
No, we like to be real over here with the audience. And I like to be real with my
You know what?
audience.
You be the judge of that.
you be the judge.
I will be
And if you say-
100% honest.
And if you say Gab, I go and literally just cut that out and it's like I gonna cut it together like it.
real good, boy.
I gonna cut it together like she said it was the
Real
greatest.
good.
It tastes right. Okay, you know how you do that, right? So first one.
So here, white yeah, brother. This one's the one to be. You
Oh, God.
I went across there, dog.
All right, so you do the first one like, yeah, pull it up. Go on, boy. Yeah, pull it up. You
Well,
strong,
no,
man. You
you're
pull it up.
strong, you're a strong man. Go ahead.
You put it down too deep. That was the problem.
Bro,
Pause.
money.
Pause.
You're boxing
Pause.
wild again, my dog.
Pause. Pause.
Easy, my brother.
Pause.
Alright. So this is our cheer segment because we're gonna get into
You gonna get
Coolman
yourself
and Baz
Oh,
field
my
report.
glass?
Okay.
This is the field report. Oh, I can't drink yet. So we go. Bam bam.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a little toast to podcast number 11. Every episode we do the same thing. Alright, so Kaisha Wine is
Yeah, we ain't get canceled yet. Good stuff.
actually
There's mine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Cheers.
cheers. Big up, big brother.
I find you watching, man. You're trying to see my honest reaction.
You wanna see the
I
reaction?
find I should turn my face and drink it.
Nah, don't do that. Can you get to the camera for the camera?
Whoa. Hey. Hey.
You wanna say it like Magnum?
It actually tastes like First Communion wine.
Yes. All right. So,
It does, like the same aftertaste and everything.
so all you Roman Catholics out there,
You're my Catholic.
Growing up, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like right now, like I don't really. I just like I don't
Like most Roman
conform.
Catholics. Like most Roman Catholics.
No, I mean when I was younger, like my parents, like you're waking up every morning regardless Sunday and you're going to church. Like that was how my mother operates. So only when I hit like 18 days, like I start to decide, well, that's not really my vibe or whatever.
When I went one of them Gale schools, so
Yeah, Providence.
yeah.
Okay.
is it any force, boy? I felt it.
Why? How did you feel it?
She had this East confident energy. This EV, what is EVE? ECE.
But actually, like the kind of flow sing again too. I kind of.
Tangy.
Yeah, I like
It's
that.
no, it's legit just grape. It's just grape.
It tastes good.
You say umami?
Yeah, so right. So it's like $80 a bottle. Call my 770-9440.
Well, it actually tastes good.
If,
No cap.
right.
I
so
enjoy it.
Tell
the camera.
It tastes real good.
Okay, so now we're going into the...
Yeah, field report by brother. Boy. So
Okay, first and foremost, you and shit, but okay. I was left there.
wait.
I was left.
let me add some backstory to this.
Okay,
Right?
I listen.
Before he started vent. Right? Cool. So we went Independence. What day that was Independence Day gone?
Yeah,
The 31st. All right, and you know, certain times you and your brethren go out and dance, or you and your sister go out and party.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just get separated.
Yeah.
All right. That was an ordeal. All right. It was an ordeal because my goodly friend, my brother of 20-something years,
Yeah.
Okay.
thought I left him.
In the party?
In the party.
Like you're going home?
Going home. Kind of vibe. And I just walking around there like, yeah, but your parents ever not pick you up from school?
Like, how the hell I can leave you in the party if you come
And I just
together?
like, okay, so I don't want
But why would you think he would leave you?
because he had my phone, one, he had my car keys, everything he had. And I was just like,
But that should make him sure that now
I could say
leave
what?
you.
I could say what?
Go ahead, my brother. But you just talk.
So
You just talk.
I thought, based on my observation, that I thought the exit or the emergency exit is the same way as the bathroom. So I thought he go in the bathroom, but I not going to fall on a man in the bathroom. I didn't realize he said, hey, we pumping, and he went in the emergency exit.
Okay.
Cool.
I was ready to go home.
He was ready to go home because it was like the gargoyles is like if you ever go to a paint party in the morning, sun started come up, you start to see the cracks in people's skin. You're like, oh my God, stone.
Warrior by
Some
night,
of these
stone by
influencer girls, I saw a couple of them there and they ain't looking like how they look on the crack.
I mean, it was a pain party.
Nah, no,
We
oh,
paid to
no,
them.
no, wait, no. You see how you say you was at 7 without you wearing makeup now?
No.
That's my point. They weren't looking like you.
Charlotte,
They weren't
let me
looking
tell
like you.
something. Let's be
That
honest.
stone had
Let's
crack
not
in it.
shame anyone.
We're not shaming. We didn't call nobody
That
names.
stones had cracks in it, and I was like,
Who the cap fit? Let them wear.
I legit looked at that girl, and the whole time I was like, I know this chick from somewhere. And then she did something that she's typically doing in her videos. I was like, oh my God, that's it.
I mean, there's not Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise yet.
So before the hyenas come out from me.
We
oh God,
understand
skinny,
there's not Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
skinny, as look like a mongoose, whatever.
The down head big is all right,
Yeah,
cool,
cool.
whatever. But let me tell you something. Like some of these influencers,
Yeah.
Gargoyles.
stone by day.
Warrior by night.
Yeah, that's what it was, right?
I don't want to laugh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't laugh at that.
You're
Oh,
laughing.
you
You're laughing.
You don't laugh at them already.
You're laughing.
You don't laugh at them already.
I am not laughing.
You laugh at
You're
them
laughing.
already. You laugh at it. But
She
it's
laughed. She
true,
laughed.
You see? So
Anyway,
go
so
ahead, brother.
I thinking he make a side excursion to deal with our scrapes. So I like, this man really do me this? He man could tell me he gonna do something like that. I am assuming this. So my man, I getting ready to tell him all the curse words I could think about.
And you're probably a little drunk.
No,
So you know
no,
what?
we didn't drink like that.
Okay.
We
didn't drink
go
like
out on if you report sober.
Sober. Like I one drink socially, but none to talk about.
All right.
So I did like, I asked everybody like a real outside thing. Hey, you see
Bazzy?
You see Bazzy? You see Bazzy? Like,
You should have go up on the stage and
no,
call him.
no, I was thinking
Like
it.
how they just do in the movies.
Excuse me, Mr.
I'm
Bazzy,
looking
your
for
parents are outside.
You should have do him that.
So when the party is over now, everybody leaving, I see the fight happening. I was like right there, and I was like, this is a weird fight happening, like so early in the morning. So when I walking out, I say, if this man can't there, I had to walk from Maracas to here.
Nah, you'd have got dropped.
From who?
Somebody. It's too nice. Somebody would have dropped
We
him, man.
have enemies. We have a lot
We have
of
a,
enemies.
we have a lot of ups.
Why y'all have enemies?
The Decepticons.
talk the truth.
Yeah, because we's up.
I guess we don't have
Optimus
filter.
Prime this, Optimus Prime, you know.
Yeah, no, that,
Yeah, like that one. Yeah, like
like
that one.
that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. But
Prime.
but so yeah. So then he just in the car and he drive out, he give me the signal. I was like, dog, I was outside, I was in the car. You think I was
Listen.
gonna leave here? And I was like, shit, I really do have a friend.
Listen, like I literally, you want me to tell my side of the story now?
Yeah, tell you what I know.
So I told this, my friend,
Yeah.
hey, all right, the press play, right? The gargoyles, them coming out, this not making sense. Time to go. I literally saw him over my shoulder following me.
But then I thought it was the bathroom. I honestly,
So that's why you would have stopped. Because you're not going in and watching me.
I continued.
Yeah.
Make out, I look around when I reach on the outside now, I was like, but where this man going,
you see the half naked chick. No, the naked chick.
Yes, that wasn't yet. That was,
Yeah.
Somebody was naked.
Hold on.
Hold on.
So I walk up a little bit and I was like, nah, I can't leave the man in the party. So I decided to make a circle around to go back through the entrance. Dog, you can't come back in, you leave. Blah, blah.
Yeah. So you had to stay out.
I say, yeah, that's how they moving, my brother. Right? The party done boss. I did see.
Whoa.
I was upset. All right, so I was talking greasy, of course.
I don't know. I wouldn't comment.
The party didn't.
How was the party?
Ah.
Good.
I'm too old to party now.
Yeah,
I don't really party.
Past that stage.
I don't really party.
You passed that stage.
Agil did course because I told her not to film her, and she was course me like I was
I
tracking
swear
her.
she was going to slap you. Though.
Yeah, that was
But
that
anyway.
was weird.
Walk off. I walk up to Uncle Sam's, come back down, wait for him. I sit down by the entrance. I was like one of them concerned parents. I was like, why this man just don't walk out and come and
Yeah.
meet me? I'm like, I went to my vehicle, sleep, wake back up.
Good.
It was torture.
Yeah.
Not to see this man coming about an hour.
I was wearing here's the weird thing, right? I was wearing a football jersey, and then everybody was asking me, so yes, we play football. Or I was like, yeah, sure.
He doesn't play football.
I doesn't play football. I doesn't play football at all.
So that was the ordeal. All right, but brother, I didn't even know it.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, apology accepted. Thank
All
you.
right, cool. Right,
So,
that was
we,
the theory report.
so remember, so the night before we pumping, we running on right. Remember, we running on fumes, like legit.
Yeah, we didn't
The
sleep.
night before that, the week. Okay, so if you have to listen to the episodes prior. It's a man wife who called me and was like, "Hey, my husband with you, the XYZ, thing." I was like, "Yeah, he was really helping me move wherever." It reached the point where, so I end up chilling with him the night before, right before I came by him.
Yeah.
She comes into this apartment that they stay in. So I just like, okay, what's going on here? Quiet. Comes. Takes the glass. Like, because I had a bowl of soup on my lap.
Yeah.
So I thinking, okay, she going to take the thing and wash my way or something. Cool.
Yeah.
Then I, bash,
And mash it up.
and sit down on the couch. What the fuck going on here? And I just, they're like, what?
I'm confused.
I am
Who
confused.
is who, you know, huh?
His wife.
Like,
Who wife?
The guy that was chilling
And
with.
he was there too.
He was sitting down right there. I was sitting down. We was watching Gun versus...
Also, it was 3 of you.
No, it was 2 of us and she came.
Okay. And then she come and she mash up the
Mash up the plate.
Okay.
So this guy does not hit this girl. This guy, the same person, the thing we was talking about.
he does his
You
best
met
to
the
take
guy.
care of the girl.
He fully maintains the girl, pays all the bills, XYZ,
Matter of fact, he started a business and called it.
after
After
her
her?
name. After her name. That kind of, this nice guy. He's not an ugly guy.
He's not a waste man.
He's definitely not always.
He's not a waste man.
Okay.
But you know, you could take the girl out of Arima, but you can't take the Arima out of the girl. Because, you know, you didn't grow up there, so I could bash that city a little bit.
And then
So
it was problem.
while this goes on now, because all we wasn't watching no porn, nothing greasy.
Nothing for us to be like upset.
Yeah, so we sitting down watching who would win in a gun versus knife fight. You know, like so the memes that is make what your girl think you're doing versus what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
We literally watching who would win in a gun versus knife fight. That's all we watching, like
Yeah.
a series of that shit. She watch me, especially make her turn now, you know. And I like, so I watch him like, dog, you really want me to leave? He's like, yeah, let's go. She say, I know that. So you fucking run mouth like a dog so you can fuck your man. I like, what going on here? Walk outside, the landlord watching me like, these niggas, because it was Indian. These black people.
You could say that, brother.
Yeah,
I
these
in my family.
niggas. And I watch her like, I don't know. She proceeds to pick up the last co-fan that's in the room, cracks him in the head with it. This is what? Yeah.
That's not real.
Come on, it's a real.
That's not real.
It's properly real.
The that is not really place officially. We la. Hey, press that button. We going down the Twilight Zone. Cracks him in his head with it. And then when he realized, well, he's a big guy. So he's unfazed. But
By the way, tell them that she was
pregnant.
endowed with child.
She's also pregnant.
Okay.
And before you go, no, she was probably hormonal. That's bullshit.
That I didn't say it.
That is, don't even go that route.
I didn't say
Don't
it.
even go that route.
Yeah.
So she cracks him in his head with it. And this is the greatest part of the story because before he came, I said, here's the scene. If your wife come here, she wants that rap. So make sure and move the TV because she going to mash that TV up. Because I was in right.
But why would I say she wants that raps? Like, what was her issue? Like, she was upset about it.
Okay. Men are trained or whatever. Like, men basically more or like back in like around our time. They like get trained to be like, hey, you can't do this, whatever. Girls typically got their way when they cried. And they had a lot of behavioral patterns that went unchecked because it's like, oh, she crying, there's a princess, you can't hit a girl, this type of bullshit.
Yeah.
So put that over a course of 27 years where I do what I want and when I don't get my way, I cry.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw an adult version of a tantrum.
Yeah.
So basically, anytime she didn't get her way,
She would have threw her down.
and then leave. And then come back a few days later.
Always.
When she called me on the Saturday, this right back at that, I know. Yeah. You see what I tell you? When she called me on the Saturday, I said, and how I ended the conversation, by chance, that child is his child.
All right.
This child is...
You looking for things?
No. Which she did.
You looking for Wakanali?
No, because I know there's a statistical point of 40% of men are put in paternity fraud and it's documented.
It's documented.
And that means there's more numbers of the undocumented ones. A lot of men getting put in these positions.
Yeah.
Correction, brother. It was actually 25%. And that was from the last report, which was 2021.
For Trinidad is almost.
Trinidad, yeah.
Okay, now I was talking about these states, in these states. So 25%. And that's
Trinidad.
that's the reported ones.
Of paternity fraud. Men who mind children.
That
who's
is not
not
their
them.
own.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the reported ones, meaning it's higher. The dark figure.
Because we don't know.
Exactly.
The ones that we don't
So I asked a simple question because I find it getting on real excessive for no reason. Like, why you hiding? She didn't. I don't want to get disrespectful with you, so I just hung up the phone. I said, okay, cool. So that sends her a little bit crazy. She comes back because she make this rumor, whatever she make this rumor. So after all this happened, she actually played, come back, hit him with the fan. He tries to restrain himself because she's pregnant with his child, allegedly. And he don't want to beat the shit out of her because
He's bigger than her.
yeah, it's like apples and oranges. If he really used to hit you like crack, he will deal with your
party
mother.
done.
And you're done light skin. So, you could just go by that police station and report.
Oh, God.
He beat me. So he trying to not hit the girl, although he's getting a fan to his head.
Yeah.
The best part of the story was when she hit the TV and non-empty TV, which I should say we should get sponsorship from TCL because them is make some steady ass TVs.
No, that was at JVC.
JVC, yeah.
JVC.
Them JVC TVs could take our fun. Them could take some licks. I will say that. All of this playing off now. She leaves, come back, oh, you beating me, you choking me, whatever. You ever get choked before? Oh, no. Have you ever?
Brother. Money.
Have you ever lost air where you can't speak?
Right.
Or been out of breath and tried to talk?
Nah.
You never sprint and like,
Yeah.
you can talk properly?
Nah, you'll be out of breath.
So she's saying she's being choked and, oh, you choking me, killing me. But she's saying that at the top of her lungs.
Yeah.
So she
But
tried-
she making that up.
basically. Or remember, in my car already, so I left because he told me to leave.
Yeah.
She leaves, comes back with a brick, breaks his windshield,
Plant pot.
What?
A plant pot, breaks his windshield. And then she bites him because he's trying to restrain her. He ends up in the hospital. She goes to the police, make a report saying he still tried to put his knee on her belt. Like, it get real greasy. And meanwhile, I home sleeping, but my room real warm these days because somebody didn't install this AC yet. And, yeah, well. And I wake up, see the message, you're in the hospital. I get bite. Yeah.
Well, he had to get bite real bad to be in the hospital.
No, I mean, he get bite on his elbow because he had to make a counter report. Because when he went to report to make a report, it's like, yeah, none happened to you. He's a man. Shut the fuck up. Make a medical report. Because he get a call from the hospital to say, hey, be the girl. Meanwhile, she had no marks on.
Why?
This is what out there.
So this is what men have to be doing.
Fellas, this is what out there. You are the rare unicorn. Yeah. Please, do not let this girl go.
Yeah, or don't shut up this, please.
I rooting for you. I really rooting for you. I rooting for you because that was like real greasy. Yeah. So we help him move out there because he had to get out there now because the landlord said they had to leave. Yeah. She comes with
that kind of speed and
she comes with her uncle and his loader, which was basically not her uncle and a goon, just in case it get froggy. He tells me pull back because he built like Wolverine from X-Men and I built like Nightcrawler from X-Men. So he said, nah, don't get involved in that. And she is trying to actively make him the aggressor again. Yeah. And So
she came looking for her.
And like, what was the trigger for her to be?
The trigger for that is she just doesn't. This is what caused it. He say, "Hey, I gonna help me move. He's gonna help me move." Okay. She's like, "I wanna come." He's like, "No, that was it." Okay. And everybody in our family cards and says, "You ever told her that you loved her?" And you watch it, listen to this shit like, "What? What I have to do with her?"
Anything.
Yeah.
All right.
And he just had to take this abuse.
So, long story short,
a
lot of men living quiet lives of desperation, and they're unable to find a medium to really get that help that they need. Yeah. Due to the fact that I really can't say what the facts are because I'm not there. I'm not pillowcase, I'm not bed sheet, I'm not the person who's be in the room when they're doing what they're doing. But for the most part, men trying to put themselves in situations that traditionally they're supposed to be in.
Because he knocked up. He tried to do right by her in terms of
being there for her and with the child.
He's married on. Biblically speaking, that's how he meet you. You know me from that. Like you know me, and inside the street, I teach in the Bible. These kind of things. So while I teach in the Bible, if in our religion, if for some reason I have sex with you and we unmarried, we have to get married, shotgun wedding style. If it have to come to that, we trying to do right by the girl, so she not out here that's getting bodies. Yeah. So we trying to do right on that front. He are legit just trying to go according to the Bible.
He was trying to do the right thing.
Did the right thing, basically. And then she made his life. The man started stress eat, started losing hair.
And things like.
And I talk about this. They married 3 months. This is not a length of time.
He not looking like his study used to look like.
Yeah.
You know, so it really is a pressure. But for want of a shorter segment.
Yeah. Right? I went far.
Yeah.
This Red Flag Chronicles, not part 2.
Yeah, so we're going to ask you a couple more questions.
Okay.
All right? This is, what are your red flags?
Okay.
Now, I know you're in a relationship, whatever the case is. You know,
when you was dating.
When you was outside and you would go all the thing, what's the number one red flag that you would look for in a man? The biggest red flag.
I'm curious. She won't say it.
What?
No, don't know them.
My number one red flag, boy.
You could say anything.
I want it to be accurate as possible.
All right, cool. So, to man, just remember, all these little field reports that we're doing is really to get them to...
Fellas?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to just pack up your shit and leave. Like
Kings, or they need to start taking care of themselves first.
No, and you see the girl, like, with all the makeup, I was like, gargoyle.
No, let me don't bash. Let me don't...
Gargoyle. I was like...
Let's not shame women.
No, I shaming both men and women. He looking horrible, she looking horrible. Like, horrible.
I mean, everybody can get it, but at the end of the day, I think she was stressed out, you know, and trying to...
I see this.
Don't make it right.
Yeah. I see the spirit of Beelzebub.
Yeah. She laugh at that.
Yeah,
I
see the spirit of Beelzebub. I was like, yo, you are the devil and you, Gil. Stop this.
So you just name any red flag. One red flag that men actually portray the most in your experience with the opposite sex?
Two things come into mind.
Sure.
Like, you see, when you have real friends and you're real friendly, especially with women,
Yeah.
big red flag. Lack of ambition. Like, when you're literally, like, lazy,
Yeah.
red flag. Like, that the two that
She
come
just
to my
basically
mind.
say she hate me then. Or does she just tell me she hate me, you know?
Because he's a socialite and he works in CPAC.
I mean, it's kind of funny and ironic because, you know, the person out with, like, very popular and out there and know a lot of people.
Yeah.
But that for me, like you see, when every woman we pass, you hugging up or you thinking.
Oh, okay.
It's a friend thing, and that for me, especially like in the earlys, like if I see in that,
Yeah.
like with Daniel in my relation, like it was never. Like, he know a lot of people because a lot of people know him, like fans now.
Yeah.
But nothing to say, like, every woman you see, you hug up and
No,
it's a
no.
big reunion. And, like, that to me is, like, I good. I real good.
Understood. All right. Question number 2. Will you be willing to fix your man a plate?
Yes, I do.
So you just cook for your man?
Yes.
This girl is not
Where you come from?
Trinidad.
You're not from
boy.
Lama to the lion.
This is not from Trinidad.
Lie.
Are
I
you
mean,
from
but
Saudi?
to be honest, we took a long time to reach. But not a long time to reach there. But like initially when we met,
Yeah.
like my father used to be the one who used to handle me. When like he would come and say, Charlotte, what you want to eat? He would make it whatever cool scene. So when I get with Daniel now, and it's like he telling me like, you know, you have breakfast and wake up and make breakfast and thing. I used to be like, what?
No, you
Like,
didn't.
what
Yes,
do
no.
you mean?
I
Like
am-
cooking?
I
I was
respect this
like,
one
nah.
officially
Yeah,
on that
nah.
next level.
But I mean, like, you know,
Daniel,
in
big up
a
yourself wherever your
relationship
son I post it
now-
down. Right under this story, big dog. It's all good.
in a relationship now, so I realize, like, you know, compromise. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like waking up early to make breakfast or whatever. But
Right.
if that way you like, and if it's like I don't make food for you, or whatever, like, compromise. And it just grown man now is like, if I had to cook, I would cook.
Yo, she's 21, you know. That girl's 20. I tell you, that's why you're in a relationship because most women not on that kind of time.
Most women
Not on
are
that time.
they're willing to put men down for their betterment.
No, not.
But I think once it's like a fair exchange, like a balance, like I don't think women would have a problem with it.
Oh, and here's what I realized too, based on what she's saying there. Notice the topic of sex never came up in none of these things, right? It was just about functioning together, how we function. It had nothing really to do with a physical
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, and especially like when we together for like 2.5 years.
Right.
And it's like at a certain point in time, like, yeah, the honeymoon stage is kind of way off. Like, yes, you still love this person,
Reality.
best friends.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, it's two minds, and you had to like put your two heads together now and realize, like, okay, like, these are things that you don't do that I need, and these are things like, you know, communication and like actual work that's had to go into it now to make it last now. Because it's like, when only lovey-dovey and stuff way off, like, you can't really.
she's like she have a real old woman energy.
I
You grew up with
find
your
so
granny?
too.
Like a real old.
I find so
Yeah,
true.
the
Like,
granny in your life.
I just always wonder, like, where did I get this kind of
So no old people was
vibe
around
from?
when you was good.
I mean, my granny was wrong, but, like, we didn't really have, like, a good relationship to say.
Okay.
And, like, my parents' relationship was not even, like, the
So-
best to say, like, I learned from them or whatever.
So if the advent of like your man, well, Daniel in this case, get like wealthy enough where you don't need the money from the influencer thing, like we talking about like chic money. I see him out in Dubai. So I see him out in Dubai.
That's a good question too.
I like to do things.
No, and he was just like, here's the scene. You could do stuff, but you don't really need to work anymore, have you? Don't worry about it. Just
I
be.
think like we kind of were in a position like that already, where he was like, you know, like, don't beat up, like, just relax if there's something you want to do, because it did reach a stage in life where he was traveling a lot and I working, and like he would have to be going for like a month or whatever, and it's like it started to feel weird now, like, how you gonna be going for a whole month, and I don't know how I feel about that, however. So that's we was having a conversation. He was like, how you feel about, you know, like leaving your job, and you
it's
could
common,
still and it so happened now that I do promotions which are real flexible and it's pay good. So it's like I don't need to like account for my, like, if I'm not available to do a promotion, like I'm not, you know. So it's like I do have it like not tied on where it's like I can't do other things now.
Because the window, I guess the point of marriage, etc., would have be procreation, etc. So the window of fertility would have come up eventually that you're going to be 30 when it start to get complications in pregnancy, you know, someone asking, right? where you wouldn't be, because that's what I'm with a lot of girls now.
Like where you reach an age where it's like it might be a little complicated to make a child.
And they would have focused a lot on their career and be like, they'll be shitty lawyers to be horrible mothers. What I call it. There's be, where they would have average lawyers to be.
Yeah.
And do all of this for the career, and then you realize you're doing 40, you had to buy a rose, a dog, and die. You understand what I say? What rose is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Rose, that's my.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically a lot of women now. And I talk about not just Trinidad, but the wider all the world where they have a pet, they have a sex toy, they don't have no stable form of relationship, and they have no prospects on that side. And it's like, I don't need no man. So then, but you know, you young, you coming up like Granny. That's your nickname, no, you know. That's Granny, no, you know.
Traditional values.
Listen to Granny, you know. Listen to Granny girls.
Young ladies, whoever might ever come across this program, listen to Charlotte, right? She have all the best interests at heart.
Because
This
all they
is
gonna
an
be
example
lonely.
to follow.
And y'all could talk to me anytime. I would love
Yeah,
to.
message Charlotte,
Yeah,
listen
with
to
you.
Good
Charlotte.
relationship. Hey, we're talking about a podcast for you. Just
Yeah.
giving girls relationship advice and
No,
stuff.
you,
that kind of thing.
you
But
really
I
have
don't
your
want
head
people
centered
to
on.
feel like, I am like Miss Perfect and
No,
perfect
no.
life. Like,
No.
That is not the reality. Like,
Of course.
it's like everybody in life has issues. Like, everybody have problems or whatever.
what we
It's
could
just
say-
like how you move through it and like what you take from it and what you learn. And
What we could say is that the major red flags do exist, right? The minor red flags, okay. Everybody might quarrel from time to time. Everybody might have I don't want to do this. Why you forcing me to do it? That happens. It's human nature that we're dealing with. But the major red flags that we basically expect and are accustomed to be dealing with on the show, they do exist. All right. One being the pair bonding aspect. A lot of females have so much bodies on them that they're unable to pair bond.
what do you mean by pair bond?
Find a man that they're able to see for the
Okay,
rest of their
you
life.
have pair bonded now.
Yeah, you pair bonded.
You pair bonded. Where it's just like, okay.
That's your person.
That's my person.
Right? A lot of women, because of the fact that they had so many
They have so
bodies,
much souls in that graveyard.
yeah, they're unable
Nah,
to.
I just think like for everybody, like I think you'll just reach a point in life where it's like
You know why that can be the case?
probably do what I
Scientifically.
You know why that can be the case? Because there are real single dog owners out there, dog lovers, cat lovers, rose owners.
Liberals.
And it's just like they're going to be real horrible in the 50s when it's like, okay, I'm just the auntie that's buying Christmas gifts and I have nobody.
Yeah. So scientifically,
And then it's the fellas.
5 bodies, 5 men, after having intercourse with 5 men, you're unable to really pair bond with a man.
Because sex is a spiritual thing. It's sex, like, it's not just...
No, you're right, yeah.
It can't just
Like
be...
it does share energy.
Yes.
And it
Yeah.
just like it just feel like it has become like a unit.
Of
like
course.
One kind of
Think about it, because physiologically speaking, the man is putting his essence into the woman.
Yeah.
So that's basically putting the essence, the spirit, whatever, into her. So that's why there's to be... If you realize that girls who's not plenty fellas, they start to get confused after a while in terms of...
Don't know what they want.
I was with a girl once, and we fell out before he was real into listening to Vibes Cartel and stuff. So she had like Vibes Cartel. I like watching anime and shit. So she started do that because of me. And then fell after that. Imagine enough bodies. You just be confused.
you don't know, like it's just so much experience already.
And
Yeah.
if you start resenting men, chances are you might end up doing the woman thing. Chances are you might end up doing the everybody thing. You know, so you literally lose your source.
Yeah. And that's why we're trying to kind of mitigate the simp epidemic, the promiscuous.
But all you think not going to change, like
No.
realistically?
Actually,
I
yeah,
don't
what?
think so.
The little bit that we could do to change one by one is what we could ask for. Because the world is against traditional values right now.
Yeah, and I just think like people so accessible now too. Like on all these apps, like you could literally
Granny again, boy.
message somebody
Hey,
right now. Like you
That's
don't
me.
have to.
That we
you
name in the
don't have-
podcast. Granny knows best. The Granny knows
Nah, I ain't
best.
like that.
You like
nigga.
that one?
Granny knows. Hey, that's
All right,
Granny.
fine. You get
No,
one for
but
you.
it's like things just so in your face these days. And I even saw like a TikTok the other day that was saying like for like young boys, like you're seeing one at a bottom all the time. You're seeing one at a naked woman. It's like from young you done program in your mind into like wanting these things. So now like when you get in one woman, it's like that's not gonna be enough for you. You want a woman with big breasts, big bottom, nice face, nice hair. It's like in reality, it's like nobody ever gonna have all the qualities, but it's like they what you seeing like is like an illusion that you're seeing and like you're going to want. So it's like, I think that is why people just end up with just having so many people. And it's so accessible. Like, you could go on Instagram now, you could go on TikTok now, and I'm sure you're seeing a bathing suit pic, you're seeing a whatever.
Girls not looking pretty now, they're just wearing less clothes.
The majority of them.
Just wearing less clothes.
I find out that's real kind of bash.
No, because fellas hitting
They
gym.
look sour, man, you know.
No, because fellas hitting gym.
All right, so here's what. All right. Let me try and put this in perspective here. This is, as I said, we're not a red pill. We're not against women, right? What we are against is the negligence of the truth, all right? When we start seeing people lying more and trying to benefit from lying, that's where we had to fight back, all right? So, as Toolman was saying, when you start pushing images to younger boys, but you were saying that actually, to younger boys and younger girls, or what they're supposed to be, what you actually start doing is interfering with their neurological development.
You're right.
All right?
Like, big time. I could even speak for myself. Like, it just had a point in time on Instagram where it's like, I was like obsessing with like the way I look.
Right.
Like you're literally like, you're just seeing so many women on a day-to-day basis, and it's like, you want your hair to look like this, you want your body to look like this, you want your lips to look full like this, and it's like, I realized plastic surgery and things just becoming so
prevalent.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't believe, you work out, you'll have a much better life than doing plastic surgery.
Yeah.
You
But it's
And
like,
that's what
that is
I'm
not
talking
where
about.
that is like, you're just seeing so much fake big bottom, and it's like, you're seeing that is what men attracted to now. So it's like,
Big up, according to Andrew Tate, this is the Matrix. All right? And the Matrix is really hell-bent on keeping people in a certain mind frame. That mind frame that we experiencing, we too small as a population
To be getting Americanized.
to begin Americanized at that point, right? Because it's an island.
Remember before when it was, okay, you know what Playboy magazine is?
I heard
You know,
of
you
it.
know what a magazine is?
Well,
One of
I
them
feel like
raunchy
I'll be
magazines on it.
naive.
No, that's joking.
Like,
That's joking.
like the ones with like the naked woman and things.
Yeah, we that was like the only kind of porn it had.
VCR.
Exactly.
VCR.
Exactly what I was saying. But like now you could literally open your phone.
And-
All you have
and-
to do is swipe.
And
Literally.
the things that, like, I feel like the old person when you people talking, all they talking about something, I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And
And OnlyFans and he like,
Remember I tell them, it getting very
real creepy.
Yeah, you're
my
right.
uncle had a box of VCRs on the bed.
Yeah, everybody had, you know what VCR is?
And we used to,
A tape.
yeah.
Okay.
We used to have to go and thief it and wait until my grandmother go
And
to
that-
church.
which is why it's called blues, because the
Yeah,
screen
it was blue.
was blue. When you had to press stop, it's stop, you had to go back blue.
Right? So we used to go and thief it and hide to
Yeah.
see some real random pornography.
Not you could just pull out your phone and you're taking this thing that happened
Yeah.
yesterday. XYZ.
And it's like now, like, even younger children having phones.
Yes.
Like, you're just exposed to that from such a
Right? So,
young age.
so that's the problem that we actually fighting back against, right? Which is the whole epidemic of instant gratification and access to sex, which is blowing people's minds, right?
And the lack of respect, I think men getting now for the, because it does not apply to you, because you actually kind of respect,
You respect your man.
you respect your man. You respect your respect your father. You don't have them issues now.
Yeah.
But
I would also argue to man that the majority of Caribbean women do have them issues, you know. It's
they
really-
developed it through. Yeah.
Yeah, because our environment, our society is not a society that has really disrespect men per se. What we have become, because of commercialization and whatever the case is we're trying to follow American models that put men down for women to feel better.
Yeah.
And that's not the case in our society, because Caribbean men don't really disrespect and ill-treat women as much. The horning element,
Yeah.
They do
That's
that.
one bad.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's
Men.
on? What is on?
Men.
Whoa. What I would argue against is that women horn
Better.
just as much or even
They
more
horn better.
than men.
They horn better.
Women just do it differently, right? We just talked about Keisha the other day, right? That's something that's prevalent. Let's make it into a joke, because at the end of the day, men's feelings and emotions not supposed to really matter as much as women.
Don't cry, hush your mouth.
Push him out and take that horn down.
Yeah, gello.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
All women, that's one. That is what it is. See. But we're not even trying to delve on that. We're just trying to delve on the whole fact that emotionally and even any society, our the way we're dealing with the sexes, we're trying to bring back our balance.
Where the man is a man, the woman is a woman.
Well, I don't feel like we're going to come back if we're being honest
So
with ourselves.
you have children, you're not going to implement that on them?
Yeah, but we're going to be 2 children in a population.
Trust me, plenty.
More than what it'd be if you didn't do it.
If you didn't do it, it would be 0 children. right? And if everybody can make one
One
change,
little.
True.
you know, this is what we're trying to
It
do.
starts
So
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that elemental respect that you're carrying through into your career with your with your soon-to-be husband,
Yeah.
we just wanted to keep pushing that flag so that eventually you can actually be an example.
He's an influencer. So
Influence in
influence.
the right way.
Yeah.
So Gail could keep their man, don't have all these issues. We could stop having single mothers.
Because it's an epidemic.
It's an epidemic. Anyway,
So, final words? Because we're about to wrap up the
Final
podcast.
words, like just say anything.
Anything.
Any piece of advice, anything that
she
you
just
want
wants to say I was lying the entire time. I was really alright. She hope.
Yeah, catch all you.
I catch all you. I fool you.
Nah. But I mean, like, I not gonna give anybody any advice to like pressure them. I just think like open up yourself, like don't rush yourself into anything. Take your time. Like be intentional about like the people you're choosing and the decisions you're making, and just like don't rush anything. Let things flow.
Out of the mouth of babes. Out of the mouth of babes.
Sensational.
Yeah.
But yeah, and don't look on at nobody else's relationship and think, wow, what a fairy. Because in reality, you never know what's going on behind closed doors now. Like, I could be sitting on here and saying all kind of thing. Meanwhile, like, my relationship terrible.
No, we
It's
gonna
not.
know it's
yeah.
not.
It's not.
We gonna
but-
know. You're light skin. You'll get bruised.
You will see bruises and
No,
your neck
but
and
still, like, too, and me and Daniel always say that, like, I show people that just look on and say, like, you know, they will watch your pictures, they will watch, but it's like, all they don't watch when we have an argument or disagreement, or where it's like, we both can't see eye to eye on a topic.
Right.
Or times where things come real close to ending and that kind of thing. Like, this has happened in every relationship, and on social media, people is only about the good. So it's like, don't even, like, look up to relationships that you're seeing on social media. Like, just try and, like,
People
just open yourself to creating your own experience. Like, if your man can't buy you roses, but he trying, like, don't pressure him, you know?
So tell the ladies who have an average or less than average man
I appreciate it.
to appreciate the man.
Yeah. I think everybody should appreciate everybody efforts.
Yeah.
21 years old. Okay.
21,
Reincarnate.
21 go down to 31.
Easier said than done.
She's the
but-
reincarnated.
21 go down to 31.
21 going on 31. Granny boy.
Yeah, Tanti. All right, Toolman.
She actually had me speechless. I good.
Speechless.
Granny talk enough for me.
All right, so to all the loved ones we left behind, you know, we're not going to cry and show it, but we had a rough one. We're going to make sure that we're going to continue this fight. Everybody, this is the end of it.
Oh.
You know me, right? Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
All right.